right, welcome back to another episode of the High Performance Podcast. I'm just going to get straight into it. My song for the week is Rosanna by Toto.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, big tune.
Yeah, it is such a track. Really got me fired up. So where I heard it, I mean, I've heard the song before, but where it hit me in my soul, it was second stop of the New Zealand surf trip. Me and Burns are in Piha, which is just outside of Auckland, but that's where I took the first photo of the first New Zealand carousel that I uploaded a couple of weeks ago. That was sort of the setting. That was their RSL in Piha. So like really tiny town, just 200 people, had this sick RSL with an amazing view of the mountains and the beach and stuff. Sun was shining through the windows and we were just tearing up the pool table and crushing beers. And it was just like, you know, when you just start to get a good alcohol buzz on, it was just sort of that. Heart rate was a little bit elevated. Me and Burns were having phenomenal pool matches. Like it was so back and forth. And it was just one of those moments of like, this is what it's about. You know what I mean? Like, what's that dumb fucking real trend? It was like, oh, I almost forgot that this was the whole point. It was a little bit of one of those. Hit me in the so the playlist was fire. It was Toto, Kool and the Gang, a lot of like sort of early 80s, late 70s sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Really fit the decor. It was real. Place probably hasn't been renovated since the 70s either.
Yeah,
cheap beers. Yeah. Everyone in there was really friendly as well. Like fucking.
Do you know
absolutely phenomenal.
Do you know the deal with Toto?
Not really. So I imagine you're going to explain the deal.
Basically, they were like all session dudes that were just like playing in the same studios. I think in LA, like over and over again. Like they were fucking playing every day of the week. And then I don't know, one thing led to another, and they were like, maybe we should make our own album. And that's basically what happened. It's just like a band.
You can hear it, man. Because it's fully that one of those jobs where the rhythm section, it's like, all right, you take a solo. All right, another sick verse and a chorus. All right, this can't take a fucking solo. It's and it was good. Like Burns as well. He has a deep appreciation. He's basically my Rick Beato. And just like the music back then was so much more interesting. Like I don't want to whinge like an old man, but they're like, there is some truth in it. And I say that with respect for the art today, but just with commercial music and the amount of marketing money that sort of goes into things, people can't afford to take risks and have projects not be profitable and things like that. And it is identical to what has happened to processed food. Like pop music and processed food are the same thing. I love processed food. I love that food scientists get together and they're like, how can we tickle this cunt's palate and deliver an amazing palate experience for them? And there is something to that. And the same way I respect the writing of people like Red One. I want to say Dr. Luke because he's one of the only other like mega songwriters that I know of, but I know he's a bit of a cunt. And if you want to learn more about the general physical preparation training philosophy, we put together an extremely practical course covering all the different aspects of physical preparation, as well as a unit on programming, so you know how to tie it all together and produce the same world-class results that we get with our athletes. We've got pre-recorded lectures, a community page where you can ask questions and interact with the other GPP coaches, as well as monthly calls where you can ask questions live or just catch up and hang out with us. Check out the link in the show notes for more info. Anyway, back to the show. Feed me another one, Harvey. I need another one. Yeah, Max Martin, sure. Fucking Benny Benassi or whatever. I respect what those people do, but yeah, we've missed the nice chords. We've missed guitar solos. Saxophone had a bit of a run in the early 2010s, but again, that was really just for a bit of a palate cleanser, wasn't it?
Saxophone's a funny one because I remember thinking of this a while ago. I fully think Nirvana was the death of saxophone.
Shit.
Like in popular music, because it's all over like Bruce Springsteen and stuff, and it's all over the 80s, and then the 90s happened, and it just fucking grunge happened, and it just fucking died.
Dude, because sax solos were basically the guitar solos of the 80s. Yeah,
you're having one or the other. You don't like listen to all that like early David Bowie stuff with sax all over it. It's fucking sick.
Nah. And you're right, like the Bruce Springsteen saxophonist, or he was probably just a session cunt, who knows, but did an absolute job on Born to Run.
Man. And even like Sam Fender's got like a fair bit of sax in his stuff.
I jerk it to Sam Fender.
But he's also a bit of like, if someone said to me Bruce Springsteen but modern day, I'd be like, you're going for Sam Fender. You know what I mean? Like he's obviously a big Springsteen fan.
I mean, I'd send him through Gang of Youths first. You got to support Australian music, but I understand what you're getting at. Okay, one word answer with no justification or explanation. Who has parodied or been influenced by Bruce Springsteen harder, Gang of Youths or Sam Fender?
That's tricky.
That is a correct answer.
I'm going to say Sam Fender.
Yes, that is the correct answer. What's the song where he basically just changed the lyrics to Born to Run? I think it's Hypersonic Missiles or something.
I don't know. I've never thought of it.
No, it's not as egregious. Not even that it was egregious, but is it Diving Bell on the first album where Gang of Youths have the I'm on Fire bridge?
Yeah. It's hectic. It's not even it's like a tip of the hat. Do you know what I mean? Like they've literally gone, and we're doing I'm on Fire.
Yes. Yeah. That was almost like coming clean and just be like, oh yeah. Like we know this sound has been curated before.
Yeah.
So respect for that, but yeah, fuck. Then so yeah, we go from moments like that, and then last night I find myself heating up my small apartment using my oven because my heater broke and I had a hinge date coming over. So
that small one.
Yeah, that started like shooting lightning out of it.
Just
yeah, so just had the old fucking oven cranked to 220 and the door slightly ajar. I slightly did a pretty good job, but I was explaining it to one of my mates the other day and he was like, I'm taking you to buy a fucking oil heater. So, sorry, there's more than just that. My house is in a fucking state at the moment. I got, like obviously with the heater things being fixed, I'm not heating the place with my fucking oven anymore, which I was a little bit nervous about at the best of times. But I've got like my frost monster got out of hand while I was on holidays. You know how I've just got that bar fridge? So like just for anyone who's listening, when I was initially getting my own place, like I was stretching myself financially. This is back in 2020, maybe early 2021, where I got my own place for the first time. So I was like, all right, well, what's the least I can spend on a fridge? Naturally ended up with a bar fridge, and the freezers they put at the top of them are just notorious. So when I say frost monster, I just mean like the whole freezer turned into an ice cube. And it goes through seasons. I don't know if it's affected by the weather or like there's various factors at play, but obviously heading into winter is a prime time for the fridge to work very well, I guess, in some ways. But the frost monster got so big to the point where it's pushing the fridge door open. So I've got like I've got the plates that I use for my resisted acceleration in the front yard, currently keeping my fridge shut. I also don't have a fucking bathroom light. I don't have a living room light. Because like since I broke up with my last girlfriend, I stopped replacing light globes because fucking, I don't know, I'm a man and I can just fucking deal with that shit. But it is just a reminder that I'm a bit of a pig and I need to change my ways. And I am changing my ways. I'm becoming more of an adult and learning how to run a fucking household. But and that's the thing. I can just buy a new fridge, but again, I'm sort of that type of person where probably not going to buy a new fridge until I either get a girlfriend or that fridge completely shits itself.
I feel fridge is just one of those things though, that like you absolutely you do not want to get caught without one. Do you know what I mean? Like,
sorry, there's one other thing as well. So my spare room, which is like acts as like a guest room / surfboard storage and sporting equipment storage. For anyone who's a bit of a mess, like if you think you want a 1-bedroom apartment if you live in solo, but you actually want a 2-bedder because the second bedroom, like it's a guest room, but it's also just like a mess room that it makes it so easy to keep the rest of your house clean.
Oh yeah.
But it's just a little bit too cluttered now. And I saw a giant spider in there the other day. And
that could have killed me.
Like, fuck. No, it's a huntsman. It wasn't in this fucking. He wasn't in there when you were in there. He or she.
They're G's. They eat cockroaches.
No, I know. I want to live harmoniously with the spider. This is what people say about sharks as well. The huntsman is not as bad as the shark. But this is also the attitude that has led to the overpopulation of crocodiles in the north end of Australia, which is now becoming Indonesia's problem. We can unpack this a little bit later. Other things that are fucking troubling me. Sorry, that was a little bit of a tangent. We'll get back on track. But yeah, there's a serious crocodile problem that has arisen, to my understanding, from crocodiles being a semi-protected species. Like, I think back in the day, when I say back in the day, let me try to put a time period on this. I'm going to guess all through the 70s and 80s, we were just murdering the fuck out of crocs, whether it was turning them into handbags and boots or just trying to make an area a little bit safer, like the local swimming holes and things like that. Then fucking woke society decided that we shouldn't completely eliminate crocodiles, which I agree with. I don't want crocodiles to be eliminated. I mean, they've been around since the dinosaur prehistoric ages. They've had a good run. Maybe anyway, whatever. That's not my place to say. But it's just got to the point where I think the crocodiles have repopulated to the point, and we're fucking up the crocodiles' food supply elsewhere. And then we have a lot of crocodiles, and then they're sort of expanding their hunting territories. They've been seeing lower and lower closer to Brisbane in some of those waterways when they have floods and things like that. And there just seems like there's a lot of crocs up the north of Australia, and all these rumors that I've been hearing, not rumors, sorry, I've seen fucking photos of it, of crocodiles on the Bukit Peninsula in Bali, whole bunch of areas of Indonesia that are like real popular surfing hotspots. Island of Sumba, for example, there's a bunch of crocodiles being spotted in the river mouth there. In the Mentawais, however you say it, around like Macaronis, I've seen pictures of crocodiles and things like that. They're saying that they might be ours. The Aussie crocs are just like, fuck, Indonesia's not that long of a swim. I don't know how a croc goes swimming across.
How the fuck do they swim? Are they above?
Is it the Torres Strait?
Yeah, like how low do
they wiggle
get
in the front of the plane?
Just like that?
I would assume that they just wiggle along with just their eyes sticking out the whole way. But I could be wrong on that. And like I said, I'm not even sure if a crocodile's capable of crossing the Torres Strait, but I just think the man we need right now is Bob Catter. We need him bad. We're too distracted by other things. I mean, there's a lot of distractions in the world, but yeah, we do need to do something about the crocs because it's starting to affect me. It's somewhat affecting me and my holiday bookings and things like that. But anyway, I'll wrap up sort of the holiday talk. The back end of the New Zealand surf trip was fucking epic. I think when we recorded last, I just rocked up to Raglan and we had like a really big messy surf, which was like really fun going out like 8-foot Raglan, which is one other bloke out and a seal playing around the lineup. But like we booked a place overlooking the tip of the point. So Raglan is like a 2-kilometer legendary left-hander and it's divided into 3 main breaks, which can link up on the right day. But you got indicators out the back, Whale Bay in the middle, and then Manu Bay down the bottom. And we just had an Airbnb right at the top of indicators overlooking the break there. And fucking, what day was it? It was like Wednesday or Thursday morning. We woke up and it was like just looking off our balcony directly at the break. It was like something out of a surf movie or like something out of Surf's Up or like some sort of Disney movie about 2 young men that go on a surf trip. It was fucking, oh, God. I just have, my whole life I've thought of like maybe going on trips like that where it aligns and you just get a vision like that of like, this is why we surf. This is why we go on surf trips to just to surf shit. Like we've actually revised the strategy. I think we might have lived the dream too hard because it's like, here's the thing. When it's firing all day like that, you're going to get a morning surf and an evening surf. Maybe you surf. I don't do the triple surf. I think anyone who says I surf 3 times in a day, I'm like, you don't have endurance. 2-3 hour jobs, that's fucking enough. Anyway, bit of an unnecessary tangent. Because surf for about 2-3 hours in the morning and then you come in, but we're just sitting on the couch staring at it for the whole day, like being fired up the whole time. I actually think you need to be able to like stop looking at it for a bit so you can calm down. Because the whole day it was just this like low level of anxiety. Like, you know, I'm just looking at it being like, oh, how am I just looking at that? I need to be out there. But it's like, no, I just surfed it for 3 hours, recover, get some food in, get some electrolytes in, and then get back out there for the dusk sunset session. Fuck, it was good. Oh, God, it was fucking good. I had the perfect board for it as well. My step-up board, the Paizel Ghost. It was just you know when you got the perfect guitar for the track, Harvey? It was exactly like that. It just, because it was a little bit big, it was a little bit sucky, barreling down the point, but just had an absolute blade, a true samurai sword. So I just knew I could lean in hard when I needed to, and I wouldn't have to worry about the board skipping out. And
how was the whitewash situation getting out to the back?
It was fine. I'm an absolute fucking weapon when it comes to rocking off. So it was sweet. All the swimming training paid off. Was just feeling like a machine. I caught like 42 waves that day, which is like at a point break that's like the rides are like 40 to 60 seconds long. Like that is a lot of fucking paddling, and I just fucking machined it. So yeah, shout out to me for that one.
Fuck, that's a lot of calories that you expended. Shit.
Well, thanks to Half and Half, one of the greatest dairy products known to man, I actually managed to put on weight. that trip. Not that I surfed twice every single day. And outside of the surf was like fairly sedentary. But yeah, we fucking managed to make some gains. Speaking of thick, muscle-bound surfers, I also want to give a shout out to Connor O'Leary.
The GPP group program is the best deal in strength and conditioning. For less than $1 a day, you get access to my programming as well as access to me through a group chat where you can reach out, ask questions, or have a form check. You can even get a week for free before you commit to it. Check out the show notes for more info.
Aussie surfer. Some would regard him as it's disrespectful to call him a journeyman, but you know, he's not one of like the Australian hotshots where people are like, this is a future world champion. He's an amazing surfer. But he's sort of one of those guys where I think he just loves being on tour. You know what I mean? Living the lifestyle. But he's been on tour for 8 years and he's never won an event. He won Jeffreys Bay last week. And it was just such a phenomenal display of power surfing. It was a real underdog win. I mean, it was an underdog in the sense that like it was obvious that he should have won. He was absolutely destroying those waves. Real class. J-bait's a long reeling point break, so you don't see much aerial surfing. He just reminded us about good old fashioned fucking power surfing. And I was just over the moon for Connor O'Leary. I love when Australians do well on the championship tour, but then on his like media tour, because the Australian surfing media, I mean the global surfing media is fired up about this. But he's just been doing the podcast rounds this week. And he's just been talking about how valuable his S&C coach has been. He's like, my career would be nowhere where it is today without this man. He's a former rugby player, former professional rugby S&C coach. And he's like, and he doesn't train me like a surfer. He doesn't do anything different with me. He just trains me like a regular bloke. You know, we're just lifting weights, pumping the assault bike, fucking just out there having a go, building general physical fucking qualities. And like, it just gets me fired up. Because like these cunts that I go to war with, I don't know, I have my weeks off where I just try to pretend surfing S&C doesn't exist, but then I remember it exists and crash out and I see all these fucking cunts. Shout out to Jack Robertson's absolute shit cunt of a coach JDPT, who gets his hands on so much fucking up and coming Aussie surfing talent, getting these like fucking cunts in the middle of puberty, like fit young men and like fit young women as well. He's like, hey, cunt, like, let's just do fucking front squats with the bar. Yeah, like that'll fucking do something for him. And then let's do this like fucking alternating twirly bullshit fucking nonsense. Or like, let me just drop a tennis ball and see how quick you can catch it before it bounces. Just real bullshit like that.
Wow.
God, it fucking gets to me. Oh, he's got fucking... Jack Robbo's turned into a fucking head case. He's not. Jack Robbo used to be so clutch, and he's not anymore because this cunt's got him fucking meditating on the beach before every heat, fucking bugging out.
Well, so how big do these surf coaches have influence on these guys?
A lot, man. They're fucking gurus. And then that's what I mean. Like they're going so beyond their scope of like this cunt's a lifestyle coach and shit like that. I'm like, mate, you fucked up his weight regime. Do you have to fuck up every other aspect of his professional life? I've tried to have a go at him publicly a few times. He's like, oh, nah, come on, man. I love what you do. Fucking, we're just, everyone's fucking trying to do their best. Just real like toxic positivity brushing me off shit. I mean, why would he acknowledge me? I'm even surprised that he doesn't just delete the fucking comments. But back to Connor O'Leary, who has a good S&C coach. Yeah, even for me, I've spoken about this before with Italo Ferreira, where I try to be chilling and I'm like, oh, look, I'm big on just regular lifting weights and building the general physical qualities, like plyometric training as well, a little bit of extra conditioning and that sort of stuff. But I was like, surfing's the main thing. And surfing is the main thing, but I was hesitant to be like, no, strength training will make a noticeable and visible impact on your turns and the way you move on a wave. And it's people like Italo Ferreira and Connor O'Leary, I've been like, nah, I need to lean into my biases harder because look, this is something I've always felt about my own surfing. Am I a threat of going professional or hopping on the world tour? No, but I rip pretty hard. I've always sort of felt like since I got back into surfing post strength training, I was like, fuck, I move a bit of water. So like when you're doing turns and shit like that, it scores you a lot of points and it gets the ladies fired up when you spray a lot of water everywhere. Like that's what you're trying to do. You carve your board through the water, you make a nice sort of line on the wave and you just hope that spray goes fucking everywhere. I throw a lot of spray like for how good I am. And I'm like, fuck, it'll be the fucking strength training. And it was the same with Connor O'Leary. Connor O'Leary is the biggest cunt on the world tour. Oh, is he bigger? Yeah, he's actually heavier than Geordie Smith, the other beefcake on the tour. Geordie Smith's like 6'2", about 90 kegs. Connor O'Leary, I think, is about like 93 kilos, 6'1", and you could feel every fucking gram of it on the face of the wave at Jeffreys Bay. Going to go up against like Iago Dora, who's sort of built like an indie musician. And like I said, it was just a man amongst boys. Like Iago Dora arguably hitting the lip more aggressively, but it was like, like sort of just like little flicks of water going off the back. And then fucking Connor O'Leary, it's just like like fucking pure destruction. Oh, it's fucking made me so happy. It made me feel less alone. I'm like, there's just some fucking old boy out there just fucking killing it. You know what I mean? I don't know if this guy even has social media. I want to track him down and give him a fucking kiss. That's how fired up I am. Yeah, that's what's happening.
That's a new win for
Surfing S&C. Yeah, I just need to keep talking about it. Need to keep thinking globally, acting locally. What I mean by that is relentlessly shitposting online about the state of surfing S&C and training my 71-year-old dad so that he can continue surfing and enjoying that into his later years. But we're building from there, boys. We're building it up. And I notice more sort of surfers following me when I talk about it more. A couple of big like surfing meme pages starting to follow me, or like surfing content creators in general. So we are getting there. I am one of the top S&C coaches in the country. It just is annoying that most surfers would be oblivious to like the fucking hierarchy of Aussie S&C in general. But just got to do my work my way into that niche.
You got to sort of make it feel sexy, because it's not sexy. Everything that's currently sexy is shit. So
yeah, it's pretty sexy now. You should have seen fucking Con O'Leary's glutes when he was coming off the top of that fucking wave at J-Bay. Just insane work, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, we got to showcase that more often, I think. And like,
and that's it. Oh, dude, I was fucking. Callum was in my ear about it as well. I nearly fucking changed the title of the GPP page to World Class Surfing S&C, but I held off because I was like, Jacob, I as well want to publicly commend Jacob on his work on the GPP page. He's been fucking running that thing very well. Fucking the memes are going off. The educational posts are hitting. We're distributing free programs and harvesting emails. It's all systems are fucking firing on the socials at the moment. So a big tip of the hat to Jacob. And it's really just affirmed to me, this doesn't take anything away from Jacob as a brilliant content creator and a creative artist in his own right, but just like how, because I was worried about pushing Jacob and keeping him accountable to post content, because I take failure very personally. I'm like, if he fails, he'll probably feel bad about it, because I project. I'm like, I'll probably feel bad about it. But it's just like, it's ripping and tearing. And like, especially when a page has momentum, I think it's so easy for a content creator to get rewarded for putting the effort in. Whereas like, I do see so many people where like just getting some initial momentum with a page is the hardest thing. Absolutely. I mean, and like Jacob, you would feel that to some extent, right? Because you have your personal page, and for everyone listening, I avoid shouting out Jacob's personal page because I don't want to just like donate him an audience that I've semi-rinsed. You know what I mean? Like I've seen other creators do that. I want him to sort of build up his own audience in his own right. Yes. And if you posted every day on that page, you'd be on 10K right now. Yeah, 100%. It's not doing anyone any favors to give someone a secondhand audience. There's some overlap, right? But yeah, I want people to just find you a little bit authentically, or like I said, not just have a funnel from my page into yours. But the GPP page shows and proves to me that you are a good content creator. Yeah. When I hand you the keys to the Lamborghini, it runs just as well. Like the posts arguably pump harder than mine. I mean, the record speaks for itself. You have harvested more interaction for that page than I have.
Yeah. Well, equally, but
so, so for people listening, like, it's so easy to feel defeated when it comes to content creation, especially in the early stages. Like, what am I doing this for? Is this going anywhere? And just 2 points I want to make is like, if you don't have any momentum, like getting momentum and just getting the ball rolling, I know I know I've seen this process play out so many times now, helping other coaches through this, going through this myself.
I would agree as well.
Getting momentum is the hardest thing. A lot of you, if you already had a pumping following, you would be able to keep it going. And a lot of you would be like, oh no, but I'm inconsistent with content creation. You would feel obligated to show up more, and you'd be excited about showing up if there was a screaming audience ready to like consume that content and clap for you and cheer for you. And so I guess the big takeaways there is, if you have never had that experience of a little bit of growth and momentum on your socials, keep fighting. You're probably doing more things right than wrong. It just takes a little bit of luck with the algorithm, and definitely consistency. You cannot get lucky without that consistency. Also try to put out helpful content. That also helps you get lucky. But if you have momentum, don't let go of it. Like, maintain the fucking momentum, for Christ's sake. But again, yeah, that's so much easier than getting that momentum in the first place. So yeah, congrats to Jacob for putting in more effort, but then also absolutely dominating with the content creation. And you're leveling up. You are building the capacity to be able to be daily posting on the GPP page, and then also starting to post some content on your personal page, because we don't want to neglect the personal brand explicitly. And those posts have been really, really good. Yeah.
Just trying to progressively overload, like we always preach. I think you can do that with anything in life. So try to reduce the expectations of being like, I'm going to be at 2 times a post a week, a day, and 3 YouTube videos, this, that, and the other, but just got to tone it down a bit.
Dude, can't tell you how many times someone has either in the GPP level 1 group or just like in the mentorship back in the day reached out and be like, hey, like, been posting for 3 months every single fucking day, and like, I just don't know if this is going well. And I sort of told them, like, what were your expectations? And they're like, oh, I didn't even think about that. I'm like, of course you feel fucking shit about it. Obviously, I'm not angry at them, but like, I'm like, fucking, and I can help them set expectations. Like, a lot of these people are growing like a follower every fucking post. I'm like, that's a lot quicker than I was growing back when I got my first 300 followers when I was posting consistently. Like, one of the guys in there, shout out to Matt, absolute legend of the game. He doesn't listen to me, which I hate, but sorry, he takes a lot of my advice, but he didn't listen to me when it came to.
Hey everyone, Matt Harvey here. I produced this podcast that you're listening to or watching just now, so if you like the way that it looks and sounds, that's partially down to me. If you've got a podcast, video, or other online project that you'd like some production help with, or even if you just want to chat through some ideas, drop me a DM or an email. My details can be found in the show notes below. Thanks so much for your time. On with the show.
No. Matt Cahill, he listens. Oh, he didn't listen to me about like, he had like primed performance or something like that. I was like, what the fuck is that? I was like, change it to Matt Cahill. Like, for fuck's sake. Anyway, he listened to me. But there's another Matt in there, Hyperfocus Matt on Instagram, I believe his handle is. But yeah, he started a fresh account. He was like, oh, I just don't want to like annoy my mates and stuff like that, because it's like on my personal page and stuff like that. If I'm all of a sudden going to start posting about fitness every single fucking day, it's like I don't want to piss off my ex-clients and stuff like that. I was like, mate, fuck those people if they're not into you posting about your passion every single day. Anyway, he started a new page from zero, and he's like, oh, I've been posting for 3 months every single day, and I've only got 167. I think he's up to like close to 200 followers now. I'm like, mate, you're growing faster than I was. Like, look where this fucking goes. You just got to stay on course, right? And like maintain that consistency. I was like, the fact that you got any fucking momentum, you're growing at 2 followers a fucking day. People will kill for that momentum. But it is just a matter of perspective, because again, a lot of people are used to seeing people with hundreds of thousands of followers, or even just tens of thousands of followers, even just a couple of thousand followers, getting hundreds of likes and be like, oh, that's what a fucking building a following looks like. No. It's like at the start, it definitely doesn't look like that. It's people just trickling in, and then it just starts to pick up momentum if you just keep your foot on the throat sort of thing. So yeah, if you don't have many followers, don't expect shit to grow quick, and you don't want it to grow quick, because if your shit's going viral that hard, you're just getting a very low quality of audience. You do want just like a garden, right? Slow, sustainable growth.
Yeah. You just want to speak to the person that you want to help. Whether it be your past self, that's what I'm 100%. Starting to think of.
Be a problem solver. Speak to the athlete or coach you might have been 2 years ago, and typically that stuff can be pretty helpful for getting the right type of client. Next on the agenda, I want to address some changes that we're making to the GPP program. and changes them. I guess it's like changes to the whole business. I'm done with one-to-one online coaching unless it's a special case and I really want to work with you. Yeah, fuck me. Got burnt out with that in about not very long. I love my current roster, but yeah, it's been downsized since I was last sort of talking about pushing myself back into one-on-one online coaching. Because I just don't vet people enough, and how much do I want to unpack my psychological issues around keeping people accountable on this? But we'll get into it another time. But I just kind of wanted to grow the group program because if I'm honest about it, it gets fucking insane results. And because it's the right type of like, hey, cunts, here's a plan. If you got any sort of initiative, you're going to get sick results. You know, like all the people that I would want to work with would be happy with something like the group program in a community of like-minded people, all chasing PRs, trying to get bigger, stronger, faster. But then here's the other thing. Like, what the GPP group program, it started out as a train along with Angus, right? But it sort of got divorced from that. One, just through my own training fluctuations. Like there was periods where I was quite business focused or maybe lifestyle or surfing focused, wasn't doing much training at all. A lot of the initial period, it sort of was a really honest representation of my training, but more so, when did I really throw myself into training recently and pick up the intensity? I'll basically say since the start of the year, where I increased the intensity and frequency of my lifting and my running. I kept the program the same because I was worried that if I was like, 3 gym sessions a week and then an outdoor session is really easy for people to commit to. I was worried that if people saw it was like 4 gym sessions a week plus 2 track sessions or 2 sprinting sessions, that people are like, that's a little bit too much. I'm not going to get through all those workouts, so I won't sign up for it. But again, I just want it to be, this is how I fucking train. And this is how also a couple of hundred other people train and get fucking sick results, getting bigger, stronger, faster, and just to have that be the marketing behind it. So, and that's what we are doing. So we're going to revamp of the current month of programming in the GPP group program. There's 1 more week to go, and then there's just going to be a bit of a refresh on it. So it'll be 4 full gym sessions and then 2 sprinting sessions. And if you were happy with the current workload, it's still going to work really well as a 3-day gym split with 1 additional outdoor field session. But if you want the full Train Like Gus GPP experience, train like Gus and train like Jacob and train like a couple of other 100 fucking legends. That's what it is. And yeah, I'm just really fired up about that. I want to be doing the same workouts as a bunch of other cunts. And yeah, I just love that whole like just shared training experience and keeping each other motivated, getting each other fired up by just ripping in and setting lots of PRs. So, and just being a bit more present in the group chat and stuff like that. And just, I don't know, just elevating the thing, getting people testing their GPP scores and I don't know, kind of running out of steam with that sentence and that line of thought, but I'm fired up about the group training program and we're going to be pushing it hard. So, because this is the thing as well, I think I did initially have a vision of where I wanted to grow it to, but then it's sort of the first point of resistance. I was kind of like, there's just lower friction when it comes to growing other parts of the business. But then it's like, no, this is meaningful and this is something that's important to me to grow this thing because the atmosphere in it is already sick. It's an awesome program and cunts hit PRs. What more do you want? But if I can just get another 100 or so cunts in there, I just know the community aspect of it will pump even harder. Community is the hardest thing.
Yes.
One of the hardest things to develop, but one of the most critical things. And I think it's obvious in like brick and mortar businesses like gyms, but also just like in an online community, it's so hard to get the critical mass because of just, I don't think I'm using the bystander effect appropriately. I think the bystander effect is like when you see someone get hit by a car and then there's a lot of people around and no one helps them because it's like, well, someone else will help that person. But what bystander effect I'm referring to is like, introverted people. I've done this. I'm not necessarily fully introverted, but I am in some respects. You'll go to a party and you'll stand in a circle of people talking, just sipping on a beer, and you're not even saying anything, but you feel like you're getting this wonderful social experience because there's people having people you know and care about having a conversation around you. That can be an awesome social. 100%. There's a lot of people who are introverted who get a real and that is true in communities. So I had to get over 100 cunts in the group GPP program before there was even 1 to 2 messages per day. People like, hey, fucking hit this PR, or like, hey, can I get a form check on this? Or just asking a question about the program. Like,
we absolutely love doing this show. And one of the most exciting things for us is watching it grow, because it means we can commit more time to it, as well as have access to better guests to bring you even more quality content. One of the most impactful ways you can help us grow the show is by shouting it out, screenshotting this episode, and sharing it on your stories to let people know that you're listening. Don't underestimate how influential you can be on helping us grow this show, and we appreciate it so much.
To the point where the more active people in the community chat would message me privately and be like, hey, like, I know this is only like $1 a day. Am I not meant to be hassling you in the group chat with questions and stuff like that? Because like, I know what you're charging for one-to-one coaching. I'm like, no, like, please. Like, I love the chatty Cathys, I would call them, like driving the community and being active in that chat. And that's why initially I was in such a rush to grow it, to try to get like, if you can get, the way I've seen it is, if you get 100 people in a community, depending on how much they're paying, but if it's a relatively low ticket item, you're going to need like close to 100 people in there before you've got 10 to 15, maybe even 20 people regularly talking to each other and communicating as a part of that community. So yeah, if you're also trying to build a community around, so obviously once you can get that community going, it ends up being one of the most powerful things you can do for your business. But you need insane amounts of lead gen and conversion to get it to the point where it's actually a thriving community. I think that this is something we can overcome. We have the audience, we have the lead generation. You got the big dog in charge, absolutely leading from the front, fucking hitting some huge fucking weights, front squatting the fucking house down, cleaning the house down. I'm back to jerking. I'm back to snatching as well. It's it's gonna be amazing. And this is just the start. So if you're keen to hop on a fucking sick program, you can get into the GPP group program. You get a week for free. It's there's not a better program out there. I can confidently say that. Just like shout out to Owen, shout out to Andrew, shout out to everyone in there. Shout out to Louise. Fuck Lou. Yes. Oh, Patrick Hyde, fucking absolute GPP machine. Yeah. There are just some cunts ripping in, and I'm not going to lie, it got me a little bit fired up. I'm meant to be the one getting you guys fired up. Then he's in there just fucking like ripping PRs while I'm on holidays, fucking, throwing that out in front of me while I can't even get to a gym. Oh, yeah. So I'm fucking G'd up about training. Also, because fucking 2.5 weeks no lifting, you know what they're saying about atrophy these days. Like your fucking whole physique disintegrates. Yeah, I came back and the most I've ever front squatted 160 kilos for is 6 reps. I hit 5 pretty solid reps at 160 kilos on a back squat, first session back. I'm a machine. Sorry, it's not me. One, the programming's good, but like you can take a couple of weeks off the gym, and as long as you're not mentally weak, you'll be fucking fine.
The CNS is
get under the bar, have a fucking go. The CNS remembers. As soon as I put 160 kilos on the bar, I heard my CNS be like, I remember. We are home. Pucker, I'm back. A bit of a New Zealand movie reference there. Yeah.
No, it should be good.
I was excited about that. Because there was a little bit of me that I was like, oh, I'm going to come back in an absolute state. It's going to take me like a month of training to sort of get back to where I was. I'm like, no, I don't have barley belly. I'll be fine. It's just fucking, I was pretty physically active sort of thing.
Yeah, I think it also the community is just so, like, if you get it to work, it's very sticky, and like, it's what will drive the machine, like a snowball effect.
Amazing for retention as well, because it's not just about the program. They're like, what about my best friend who's also in here? Like, I want that.
100%.
They'll be your best friend,
and it's all program, and it's AI proof as well. Like, no cunt's going to be like, hey Jarvis, I'm working out today. What do you think? It's like, no, human to human connection. It's going to be. Nice.
True. Now I understand what you're saying. Yeah, absolutely. AI can't even replicate the same fucking photo for you twice, let alone create a sense of community. But yeah, I think it's a long way off that. But yes, the point is taken well. Sorry, I was just trying to get Chat GPT to do me a fucking poster for the gym to advertise my weightlifting club, and it absolutely shit itself because there was just one mistake. I just wanted it to move the piece of text, and then it spat out just a completely different
and it does
image.
something different?
Like,
yeah, fucking hate
the
that.
robots won't be making us redundant for some fucking time. I know I suck at prompting the thing, but fuck me dead.
I'm
You
on
would think,
Grok
hey,
now,
just
by the way.
change this one specific thing. I don't want to support Elon Musk. That cunt annoys
true.
me, so I'm staying off Grok unless it ends up a clear market leader. I think we probably need to wrap this up because me and Harvey need to go to a secret show.
Ooh.
Sorry to fucking...
Such a secret.
Yeah, fucking go and see the presets. We can talk about that because it's already happened, or is this going to get edited out?
No, we can talk about it.
Yeah, sweet. Go and see the presets tonight and be fucking local. That'd be fun.
I think it's like, I think basically Triple J do like crashing someone's hottest 100 party situation every year.
Oh.
Not every year, but something like that. So basically it's like a Triple J setup thing. But yeah, the presets are playing at a local. So
the gym playlist is going to get a fucking refresh this week because I'll be able to go through that list, pick my favorites. Dude, how's Gang of You's Magnolia came in one above Joker and the Thief, which I don't necessarily agree with when it comes to cultural impact, but from a pure sonic perspective, I give them the tip of the hat. But where's the respect for fucking OG Wolfmother?
Yeah, I couldn't believe that Magnolia came in way higher than Let Me Down Easy. I didn't realize that was the way the popularity swung. I thought Let Me Down... Is that what it's called? Let Me Down Easy?
Yeah. Was I with you at Good God Social Club where we heard that before it was released?
Yeah. No, I was. Yeah.
Nah, God, we've had some times together.
Fucking right we have. There's going to be more times tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah. When was the last time we went? No, we've been to gigs together somewhat recently, haven't we?
Must have done.
I don't think so, actually. Dude, I'm keen to go to a festival. Oh, okay. A couple of thoughts that went through my head this week. Just getting all this shit off my chest before we end the recording.
Sorry.
Yeah. How many insurance ads? If I will be salty if Riptide wins. It's gonna be top five.
It's already.
What number was it?
48.
Oh, thank Christ. He's been done dirty. I know. You know he had his party set up where he's like, they've got the cake ready. You know what I mean? And they just sort of wheeled the cake away though. Oh, shit, throw that into the lake. Don't let him see it. No, I was just like, actually, I've rethought. I'm not quitting alcohol. Every now and then I have these moments where I'm like, because just as the science seems to be more firmly decided that any dose of alcohol is straight poison. Like, you know how like a lot of things become poisonous based on the dose. I think a lot of scientists these days are just like, and health professionals are like, yeah, well, if you can just fucking not drink any, that's pretty good.
You've been watching too much of Prime Train's content.
No, well, and that's another thing that is, no, I'm glad you brought that up because cunts like that, no, but I've earned the right to go sober. I earned the right to go sober by actually not having a booze problem, but when we were in a band, like getting a healthy amount of riders multiple times a week, taking pingers from strangers, fucking, just doing a lot of recreational drugs. I didn't fucking do this like 22 fucking acting like they're a former heroin addict, like not going out boozing with my mates. They're like, I had to axe all my friends because they drink beer on Saturdays and I'm trying to run an e-com store. I'm not pulling that routine. I'm just like, what does it do? Don't think
I'm talking down on sobriety for a second. Fucking join
as Mr. fucking sober, Mr. I'll die if I have 2 beers. Fucking, that's all true. I'm not taking the piss for anyone who's listening. Harvey has a really rare medical condition. We'll unpack that on another episode. But I'm like, every now and then I just get drunk and just act uncharismatic. Like, it's not even like where I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, what have I done? It's more just like you're in the shower, like reflecting on the night and you just like dip your head. You're like, fuck, that's a bit fucking weird interaction.
Why did I do that?
Yeah. Not being my best self, my highest self. But then I remembered like, it's the birthday beers with your mate. It's the beers at fucking Piha RSL when the sun's coming through the windows and Rosanna by Toto's on the fucking radio. And like, I think those moments are meaningful to me and I don't want to give them up.
Yeah, there's a net benefit overall in your
I respect the growing sobriety community. Like as much as I do make fun of cunts like Prime Train and whatever other cunt had to stop drinking so they could sell a few online programs, it's not bad. You know, it's better than fucking Eric Bugenhagen fucking getting cunts to gamble. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. And that's the whole thing as well. I think it's like it's not an all or nothing thing. Like if you decide to not drink for a bit and you see how you feel, and then you decide you want to have a few beers on the weekend, and then you go, well, you know what? I don't think it made that much of a difference, or I now have more of an ability to have less or to drink more moderately. Like, you know, like that's fucking fine as well. Like it doesn't have to be.
And I think I like it on a societal level because I think Australia has one of the top binge drinking cultures in the world. And even if I'm not a part of that, I guess it could be because I think that like people do get hassled a bit for being sober. And I know there's those annoying sober cunts, basically just econ people. But there's regular people who go sober too, whether they have had problems with alcohol and then they go out to socialize and people, oh, wait, you think you're too good to have a beer? And I'm like, if I am then also part of that crowd, I think that sort of is in solidarity with those people and like being part of normalizing, being able to go out and just like not fucking drink. Because I know if I decided to do that and be like, oh, what do you mean? You could, like, I'm confident enough to be like, yes, I'm fucking, this is what I'm fucking doing. And I have mates who would actually support that anyway. I mean, and this is the thing, I have mates who, Matt McCaff was like sober for fucking years. And I was just like, yeah, it's kind of mad. Like, besides having a beer with the boys, you know, both of those things, I think both of those things are mad. Wow, what a neutral fucking statement to end the podcast.
Unbiased, very.
Yeah,
in the middle.
Unbiased, science-based.
In the middle of the
Is there
road.
anything else we need to talk about? I mean, there's plenty we need to talk about, but I need to get in the shower. And I've got a pretty slick outfit pick for tonight. I'm not going to lie, Harvey. I've got a vision of how I'm going to look. Probably not going to actually look how I think it'll look when I get the outfit on, but I hope you're ready. You got a hot date tonight.
Ciro's jersey included?
Nah. I put some serious miles on that thing this week. So it's in the wash at the moment.
All right.
Check. You can get a free week of training in the show notes. You can get fucking free first month of Pliers program. You can get a bunch of shit for free. You can get an accessory bundle. You can also pay for things. When you pay for things, they're better than the free things. The free things are good too. Some would say our free things are better than other people's paid things. And then our paid things are better than double, triple, who knows, untold amounts of better than other people's paid
Just
things.
Value.
Check out GPP Level 1. It's insane value. Insane
That's
value.
ridiculous value.
GPP Level 1's going off. I was a little bit sad today. I woke up after my nap, checked sales, sold 2 GPP Level 1s. That got me a little bit fired up.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to e-commerce. Shout out to sobriety. But the two should not be combined. I'm starting to learn. I think it's the combination of e-commerce and sobriety that actually makes you the most insufferable person in the world.
It balances it out, what seems like.
Yeah. And we'll leave you with that. Think about it.
Hell yeah.